Welcome to my channel Civil Study Nepal. Today we will discuss about Castigliano theorem for beam. To calculate the deflection in beam at any point, we use this formula. That is, deflection can be calculated by using this formula. That is, integration of m partial derivative of bending moment with respect to p dx by ei. To calculate the slope in beam, we use this formula. That is, theta, if theta is the slope, then theta is equal to integration of m partial derivative of bending moment with respect to m naught dx by ei. So let us start a numerical series. This is type 1. Type 1 numerical. That is, in type 1 we have to calculate the maximum central deflection for a simply supported beam of a span L loaded with uniformly distributed load of W. Ei is constant using Castigliano theorem. That is, let us apply this formula and calculate the maximum central deflection for a simply supported beam. So let's start our solution. In question, simply supported beam is given. Let us draw a simply supported beam. According to question, simply supported beam of length L is loaded with uniformly distributed load, that is W per unit. W per unit. Next in question, what we have to do? We have to calculate the maximum central deflection. If this point is A and this point of B, let us assume C is the middle point, where we have to calculate the maximum vertical deflection. To calculate the maximum vertical deflection, we have to use dummy force or imaginary force at that point where we have to calculate the deflection. Here we have to calculate at center, that is center C, maximum central deflection. To calculate the maximum central deflection, we use a dummy force, dummy load, that is imaginary load P. Here let us apply a dummy force P at center C. In figure we can see at first we have to calculate the reaction, that is, this is hinge support, and we know at hinge support two reaction acts, that is one vertical, let us assume it as RA, and horizontal force. In this figure we can see there is no any horizontal force, that's why this force becomes 0. Also this is roller support, and we know at roller support one reaction act, let RB be the vertical reaction acting at B. Now to calculate the reaction at A and B, here P force is acting at middle, that is at center, so this force is distributed equally on both support. So we can write here RA is equal to RB is equal to, here total length is L, from C L by 2, RA is equal to RB. Here W is the uniformly distributed load. So first of all we have to convert uniformly distributed load into point load, that is W multiplied by L plus P distributed equally means divide this portion divided by 2. So in this way we can calculate the reaction. Here we have calculated RA and RB. Our next step is to calculate the central deflection. To calculate the central deflection, we use this formula, and according to this formula we calculate the data here. So let us proceed further step, that is section. Here our portion is AC and BC. So section AC, we can see in figure AC, and next BC. Here section in AC and BC, according to question, moment of inertia is constant throughout the figure. So I is constant for both sections, that is for AC and BC. That is I for AC and I for BC. Next, origin. In figure we can see in section, in portion AC, let us assume A as origin. So in section, in portion AC, assume A as origin. Next, in portion BC, in portion BC, let us assume B as origin. Next, what we have to take, that is limit. In figure we can see limit is 0 to L by 2. From B also limit is 0 to L by 2. So let us take limit from 0 to L by 2. For AC, BC, AC 0 to L by 2. For BC 0 to L by 2. Next, what we have to calculate? We have to calculate moment of inertia. So let us redraw this figure. This is simply supported beam, uniformly load A, B and C is the middle point where we have to calculate maximum deflection. Here RA is equal to WL plus P divided by 2, WL plus P divided by 2. Now let us calculate the bending moment in portion AC as well as in portion BC. So let us take a section from A at a distance of X. So calculating M, that is moment in portion AC, what we can see, always remember one thing, unmoving positive. Unmoving from left, always take clockwise as positive. Moving from right to left, take anti-clockwise as positive. So let us take WL plus P by 2 will rotate this section as clockwise. We are moving from left to right, so take it as positive. Here calculating moment of inertia, bending moment, that is WL plus P divided by 2 into distance. Here distance is X because we have taken a section at a distance X, that is X, at a distance of X from the A. Also in figure we can see W is uniformly distributed load and acting at every point. So in this portion, that is A to C, in A to C we have taken a section at a distance of X from A. So there also act uniformly distributed load, and due to this uniformly distributed load, our section will rotate like this. This is anti-clockwise, so take negative. Let us calculate. W into X is converted into point load into acting at X by 2. This is the moment. Also, let us move in BC portion. In BC portion, this force will rotate this figure as this is anti-clockwise, and we know from moving from right to left we take anti-clockwise as positive, so take it as positive. Here WL plus P by 2 into X. Here also uniformly distributed load is acting every point, taking section X, taking section at a distance of X from B. So we have to move from right to left. So take anti-clockwise as positive and clockwise as negative. This uniformly distributed load contributes clockwise moment. That is, if at distance X from B is taken section, then after fixing this section, uniformly distributed load will rotate this portion in clockwise direction. So take it as negative. That is W into X by 2. Next, what we have to do, we have to calculate deflection, we have to also calculate partial derivatives of M with respect to P. So calculate this. That is del M by del P. On calculating, that is calculating this portion with respect to P, we get here X by 2. Also we get here X by 2. Now our next step is to calculate the deflection, maximum deflection at center, that is at C. Now let us apply the Castigliano theorem. That is, we know deflection is equal to, use this formula for separately for both portion. Let us apply this. On applying, let us apply this. So apply for portion. At first we apply for portion AC, that is AC. You can see here for portion AC. 1 by EI is taken out. That is our limit. We can see in figure limit is 0 to L by 2. So let us take this limit. According to our formula, we have to put M, del M by del P dx by EI. So let us put all these things for both of these portions. So WL plus P by 2 into X minus WX square by 2 into X by 2 dx. Also plus for portion here 1 by EI will be taken out, 0 to L by 2 WL plus P by 2 into X minus WX square by 2 into X by 2 dx. Let us calculate this portion. Here in both portion we can see here we can add both of these portions. So on adding we get 2 by EI, limit is 0 to L by 2 WL plus p by 2 into x minus wx squared by 2 into x by 2 dx. Now in this question, let us integrate this. On integrating, we get 2 by ei. On integrating x with respect to dx, we get wl plus p by 2 into x squared by 2 into, here we have to integrate this portion with respect to dx. That is, x by 2 will be multiplied. That is, if x multiplied with this, then x and x will become x squared. That is x squared by 2, x squared by 2. On integrating x squared, we get x cube. That is 3 by 3 into 2. Here w into, if we multiplying x squared with x by 2, we get x3 by 4. On integrating x3 with respect to dx, we get x4 by 4 into 2. 2 into 2, that is 2 into 2 is here 4. 2 multiplied by 2 is here 4. So now let us replace all these things here, upper limit minus lower limit. So on calculating, we get, on calculating we get by putting dummy force P is equal to 0. If del C is the deflection at point C, then del C, on calculating, we get del C is equal to 5W L4 divided by 384 EI. So try this and solve this. Finally, we have to replace dummy force with 0. At starting, we have assumed dummy force at point where we have to calculate deflection. So finally replace this force, dummy force, by 0. And finally, we get this answer. This is our final calculation. So please like, share and subscribe my channel, and let's be in touch for more videos related to theory of structure 2.
Thank you, Satish.